93 Boxing. I'm back with a quick video. Now, excuse the noise. I've turned the fan on. It's really hot out here. But I feel like I still need to make a few videos. Errol Spence is calling out Danny Garcia. And also he's calling out Troy King for a sparring match. Look, man. Let me go into the Troy King situation first. For those who don't know, Troy King Kell Brook versus Errol Spence fight took place, obviously, and then Troy King's comment was he was not impressed with Errol Spence. He picked Kell Brook to win, by the way, and he basically said the reason why Kell Brook did not win is simply because of the eye, and he says it's because when you get one eye fucked up, the other eye is more likely to get fucked up as well. Because keep in mind, Errol Spence broke the other eye, not the same eye that Golovkin broke. Now, I think Kell Brook looked impressive to me. I don't really see him as a quitter. I personally thought, right, and you could disagree with me, to a certain extent, I feel like he showed some heart. But to a certain extent, you feel like he showed some heart, but not for a fighter. I have no problem with him quitting, to be honest, at all. Because I think continuing to fight after that is stupidity. Bravery, but stupidity at the same time. Being brave and being stupid sometimes can be interchangeable, in my opinion. But anyway, Troy King said Errol Spence did not win one round until round 11 or something, or 10 or 11. He goes one round max. He wasn't impressed with Errol Spence at all. He's saying Keith Thurman will win. I personally think sometimes I think Errol Spence will win. Sometimes I think Keith Thurman will win. I don't really downrate Errol Spence in a way. I just feel like Keith Thurman is also a very good fighter. And stylistically, it's a good blend. They both have advantages and disadvantages. I think this sparring would be good. If Troy King responds to that, that'd be quite cool. Let's see if Troy King responds to that. They're both southpaws. Errol Spence is southpaw, Troy King southpaw. They both have well, actually, no. I was going to say they both have amateur pedigree for some reason. Troy King does not really have a big amateur pedigree from what I know. Errol Spence does. Errol Spence has achieved more in the pro game. He's actually looking quite dominant. Kell Brook's not no joke in terms of ability in the ring. And I feel like Errol Spence may just be the best welterweight out there. Possibly. I personally think Keith Thurman might be able to beat him, might not be able to beat him. Keith Thurman does have more power, in my opinion. He can hit a moving target, and Errol Spence, in my opinion, doesn't seem too well to be able to hit a moving target well. But he will be landing few body shots, and Keith Thurman does not take body shots as well as you would think a top welterweight would normally take. Just in my opinion. Errol Spence goes to the body a lot, and going to the body is underrated. It's a simple thing. You just have to be consistent at it, and you will break people down. Just like he broke Kell Brook down. At one point, I picked Kell Brook to win, but I thought it'd be a competitive fight, and it was. But I was thinking, the first 2-3 rounds, I was like, oh shit, Kell Brook might just, if he keeps this up, he might just get this. But then I look carefully at round 3 onwards, like Errol Spence is piling up the body shots. Like I'm fairly sure in round 1 and 2, he did pile up the body shots, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. And yeah, man, Kell Brook was looking spectacular actually. At certain points, it was competitive. He was looking really good. He was hitting Errol Spence every time he threw punches, like every time he's throwing combinations almost. And I felt like because Errol Spence did nothing, he didn't do anything fancy for the first 5-6 rounds. He was just piling up the body shots and being consistent. Andre Ward did the same thing. Pile up the body shots. Be consistent. No matter how much they move, it don't matter. If you can land enough body shots, enough effective body shots, but also go to the head here and there. I'm not just saying throw body shots only. But I'm just saying body shots is important, very big, right? Very big part. It will make a huge difference, and he made the difference, right? If Errol Spence did not go to the body like he did against Kell Brook, he wouldn't win the fight. The fight wouldn't have been stopped probably. Like shit. When you go to the body, it's easy to throw to the head because you're there to get hit, right? You don't move as much. But yeah, Errol Spence versus Troy King. I think Errol Spence might be just as big. Errol Spence is a big guy for a 147 fighter. He really, in my opinion, is like a mid-size, maybe a little bit small, but mid-size 154, I would say. I wouldn't say small, actually. I would say mid-size. He's a big guy for the weight. He's always in shape. I like to see that, man. Troy King's eyes already fucked up. Yo, his eyes already fucked up, man. Troy King seems... I've noticed this, right? With Thurman Garcia, he says he did not give Garcia one round. Not even one round, okay? Now, I personally thought the Garcia-Thurman fight was more competitive than what people thought. But even if you thought it wasn't competitive, people were like, it was 9-3. Garcia won at least 3 rounds, at least. Come on, like that's bullshit. Troy King, I feel like he scores punches that are more flashy. And I'll give another example on this, but just like Kell Brook's punches are more flashy. They're the ones that are snapping people's head back, the snapping, uppercuts, all kinds of. He looks flashy with his movement. He's lead right hands and all that. Long range punches. Nothing like he tends to score that. Errol Spence landed a lot of punches that he didn't score. Same with what was it again? Thurman Garcia. Garcia was landing a lot of punches that people didn't score. Whether you thought Thurman won or not, right? And he did not give Danny Garcia one round, which is bullshit, in my opinion. And also Canelo Cotto, where Canelo landed the flashy punches, and I feel like Canelo won the fight, by the way. So I don't want people to come and tell me, oh, you thought Canelo lost. No, Canelo won the fight in my opinion, but I'm a big Canelo fan. But I still think it was competitive. Like, Cotto was doing some good work. He was landing punches here and there. And then I thought Canelo won convincingly. It was like a 8-4 fight in my opinion. But it was still, those rounds that Canelo won was still competitive, like fairly competitive. But I felt like it was convincing. Troy King, the way he said it, it was like Cotto didn't do shit. If that makes sense. That's really kind of what he was saying. And I feel like that's why he didn't really score Errol Spence's punches that much. Like, yeah, man, that's kind of really why I think he doesn't rate Errol Spence, because I feel like he doesn't notice those basic looking punches, those basic looking body work, he doesn't have the head movement and all that. He's just blocking. Like, blocking is still technically avoiding punches, right? I know you're getting hit still, not cleanly, but you're still getting hit. But blocking doesn't look as flashy as head movement, doesn't look as flashy as leaning back or like slipping on the side and then countering. It doesn't look flashy like that, but it's effective. If you can block and hit and get the guy out, hey, shit, why not? Like, it doesn't look flashy, but it's still effective. It's not about looking flashy. Looking flashy is cool, man, but it's about getting the work done. And Errol Spence got the work done. I still think he has weaknesses, but I feel like Troy King's assessment on Errol Spence was a bit off, considering that everyone looks bad at times, man. Every fighter. Name me one fighter apart from Floyd, and even you could say that about Floyd as well. Like, name me one fighter, right, that never looked bad. And name me one fighter that fought top fighters that has not looked bad or did not look perfect. Like, that looked pretty perfect in the fight. I'm talking about, look, you could say Kell Brook versus Sean Porter. Kell Brook won, but it wasn't a perfect fight. It was a very competitive fight. Amir Khan versus Devin Alexander, that was, again, it was a shutout. That was a complete shutout, yeah? But I'm telling you, name me one fighter that has never looked. Amir Khan's looked like shit against Julio Diaz. You got Joshua didn't look too good against Klitschko. If you can find high level oppositions, your weakness is gonna reveal, and everyone has weaknesses. I think Errol Spence might put in that work against Troy King. You never know, man. I know Troy King's at 154 or whatever, but man, Troy King is not. I don't think he's on that level, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes some of these fighters that you've never heard of, maybe on that level, like maybe a better fighter than what you think, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know what you think. 93 Boxing. I'm out.